Hello, what's up, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Minority Trades. I am your host, Everardo, but you can call me Lalo or Lalo. This is my Road to Glory account on day trading penny stocks. So let's get started. So, once again, welcome everyone. This is my introduction video. Let's move on to a little background of myself. So I became interested in day trading on January 2018. I thought I could just follow alerts and make money meanwhile I learn. Yes, I was wrong. My first trade was on March 22, 2018, and I began trading with a $1,000 account on E-Trade and lost it all in less than a year. I didn't really know much, but I've been studying ever since. So let me just walk you through this. Um, I became interested because I saw a post from Timothy Sykes on Instagram. I saw his Lamborghini and him talking about how he can make thousands and or millions, I forgot what it was. I think millions from day trading penny stocks from his house. Or him, he travels. So that's what that's what got my attention, that you can make money from home. At that time, I was working some job in uh, Koreatown. I was living in Compton, so that drive was crazy. And I remember sitting in traffic like, fuck, I wish I could be making money from home. So, yeah. Anyways, I looked up his website. He had this he has these well, I'm not sure if you could call them newsletters, but you subscribe to his website, and it's different categories. I think it's Tim Alerts, um, and then the Silver, and then the Millionaires Challenge. And I had subscribed to the his Silver, and he'll send out alerts. You had access to his chat room. You had access to his video library of lessons, and he'll send out a watch list. So I thought that I could just follow his alerts and just swing it meanwhile I learn, and then be self-sufficient. So I was like, oh, I'll just make a little bit following his alerts, and once I'm self-sufficient, then I'll make real money on my own. But yeah, I was dead wrong about that. These stocks, they move way too fast for you to be following alerts, and uh, I had to learn the hard way. But I mean that's how you learn. You learn by your mistakes, and so yeah, I mean I've been doing a little better ever since. So let's move on. So what's my plan? My plan now is to grow a small account of $500 or $1,000 to $100,000 trading penny stocks, and then of course I'm gonna invest my earnings from here onto something um, that's gonna bring in money as well. Maybe real estate. I'm looking into real estate. So you guys are probably like, oh, this guy's crazy. He wants to grow 500 to 100,000. It's possible. It's possible. Let's see how. All right, first let's talk about why minority trades. I decided to name this minority trades because I don't have rich parents who can loan me $10,000 to start trading. I'm gonna teach and learn how to grow a small account for those who do not have lots of money to invest. I'm gonna grind and grow the account little by little. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right. So yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people who they're blessed. I'm gonna say they're blessed to have rich parents that can just give them $10,000, $25,000. Like, here, son, learn how to trade stocks. Yeah, go do something good. But unfortunately, I don't got it like that. You know, I actually, I I just had a son. He's about to be 5 months. So, it's not easy for me to just say I'm gonna save up $2,000, $3,000 and start trading. That's crazy. I actually had a rough time trying to save up 500 just to start. Now it's not that hard for me to save up anymore. So, um, but I was a little hesitant to begin trading with a live account because I mean the learning process is just to trade small and or paper trade. So I decided to paper trade for a while, and yeah, I mean I said I'm gonna teach and learn because I'm gonna teach what I know so far. I don't know a whole lot for me to say like, oh yeah, I'm a teacher. Like I'm gonna help you guys. No, like I don't know how to teach you to be successful, but I can teach you what I know, and maybe it's enough for you to get started. And I'm also gonna learn along the way because I have a lot to learn, a lot to learn. So let's move on to the next slide. So why penny stocks? Penny stocks, they're lower priced, which means you can afford more shares. They're volatile, which means bigger profit opportunity in shorter time. They're perfect for growing a small account with the correct strategies and correct mindset. So here's an example here. Let's say you have a $2,000 account. Let's say you see this stock XYZ at $1 a share. So you decide to buy 1,000 shares of XYZ at $1. That's a $1,000 investment. Let's say out of nowhere XYZ goes from $1 to $2.50. You sell your 1,000 shares of XYZ at $2.50. That sale cost you 2,500. You made a profit of 1,500. Okay, did you guys get that? Very simple. Just you get the price you sold at minus the price that you bought at. That's 1.5. Then you multiply that times the shares that you have. $1,500 profit. And yeah, these moves they happen all the time. Let me show you guys. Today is January 13, 2020 as I record this. Let me show you guys some recent stocks that have been moving that move that big. So this is ADAP today. Look at this run from 223. Let's say you're only trading the morning, the first hour. From 6:30 to 10 minutes, from 6:30 to 6:40, it went from 217 to 457. That's $2 in profit. Now I don't know how you would trade this, but I mean if I was watching it, I would have bought the high day break right here at 6:30 at 6:35. Yeah, maybe like at 250, 260. Just get into it. A lot of people will call this chasing, but I mean it's breaking up to new high on the day, and I'm a trend follower, so I don't believe the buy low, sell high. I believe buy high and sell higher. Okay, so let's move on. So tips for starters. You can be correct 50% of the time and still be profitable if you are good at managing your risk. Yes, learn that. Learn how to manage your risk. Find one or two patterns that you're good at and only trade if you see that pattern. Okay, so how might you be able to find your pattern? I mean, you can do it like me and paper trade and just have a Excel sheet tracking down these patterns. Let me show you guys my Excel sheet. So this is my Excel sheet. This is for my watch list. Keep a watch list. Ticker. If you want to keep it simple, do a ticker, float. the news, your plan, your entry, your entry plan, your risk plan, what you're shooting for, and how many shares. That's my watch list. This is my watch list for today. Keep a trading journal. Every single trade that you execute, you want to track it down. You can do something like date, ticker, the setup that you were playing, the market cap and float, your entry, your exit, how many shares you bought, what your risk reward was, what your profit loss was, the time of day, the catalyst, and then some notes on the trade. Something that you want to take from it. What were your mistakes? What did you do right? What were you thinking at the moment of the trade? Things like that. Keep it simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. And then, so these are the patterns that I track down here. I'm tracking well, this is now that I'm trading with a live account. When I was trading with a paper trading account, I had like 6 different ones that I was tracking down. But the ones I focus on is the high of day break, the red to green move, and the breakout and afternoon squeeze. I'm barely beginning to track them because I don't know how to play breakouts right now. I'm too scared of swinging them, and I'm scared that they might fail at the breakout level. I'd rather buy high day breaks. But yeah, you wanna. That's how you find your pattern. You wanna just track some down. Look at the market and see what movements you see more often, and then track it down. See how many times you see it. See if it's really a profitable pattern. See if you really have an edge in it, and if you can make money trading that pattern. You want to find one where your odds of success are higher. If you see a pattern where you're like, this pattern only works 30% of the time, then obviously that's not a pattern that you want to trade. You want to trade a pattern where you're profitable at least more than 50% of the time. So, exactly. See, not every pattern works 100% of the time, and you need to understand that. With that being said, you need to accept losses as part of the game, but you need to keep your losses small and always cut losses quick. There you go. Look, keep data on an Excel spreadsheet to help you find a good pattern. Test out your pattern either paper trading or with small position sizes with your live account. So again, just tune into the market. If you see that that you can trade only the first hour of the market, then find some patterns that you can see within that first hour. Whatever time works best for you. If you're better trading lunchtime, and where I live in California, it's 12 p.m. So that's 3 p.m. New York time. So that's power hour. You can trade power hour. If you want to use your lunchtime trading power hour, find some patterns that work best for you during power hour. I found patterns that work best for me in the first hour because that's perfect for my schedule. I still have a 9 to 5. Find a mentor. Yes, that's very important. Find a mentor. Don't learn this on your own. Don't even try. Okay? Find somebody that can teach you well. Who I would recommend Tim Sykes. Look him up on YouTube. He has thousands of videos free on YouTube. Once you want to really be dedicated, then subscribe to um, one of his newsletters on his website. But yes, very important. Find a mentor. So now let's look at my patterns. Earnings and contract winners. This is a pattern from Tim Sykes. So the stock has to come out with news. It could have good earnings or sign a contract with another company. Earnings don't necessarily have to be good. It is more important that the stock has a reaction to the earnings. And that is so true. Most of the time these stocks they don't have good earnings, but they start spiking and you're like, what the hell? Like what's going on? And that's just because they just catch the momentum. People sometimes they don't even look at the news. They just see that, oh, this company came out with news, but they don't look at the news and they just run into it, you know. So just find stocks that are moving. You know, if you see one that has good earnings, don't buy it before it starts moving. Sometimes they come out with good earnings and they do nothing the whole day. Look for a stock with low float. Okay, maybe I'll make a video later on explaining float, but for now, that's your homework to look up some terms that you're not familiar with. You know, if you're a beginner, if you know nothing about trading stocks, find some key terms in here and look them up. Do some research. Start studying. Volume. So the stock must have volume, at least more than 1 million in volume, and these actually do result on good swings on Friday afternoon because they squeeze up. So here's an example of what earnings and contract winners can do. You know, they can run for 2 or 3 days with the right value. This was on a Friday and this was on a Monday. Look at that gap up and kept running for at least $2. Yeah, at least $2. Next pattern, red to green. Needs to be up pre-market, over 1 million in value. Needs to drop at the open no less than 50% of its gains. Needs to have a good catalyst and make the red to green move before 8 a.m. Some they happen after 8 a.m., but I don't feel like sticking around and watching it for that long. You know, I prefer the ones that are quicker. Some they happen within 30 minutes. So here's an example of the red to green. You know, here's the open price. Drops a little, drops, comes back, rips through the red to green, and then actually holds support at the red to green. This is like a picture perfect one because most of them they just shoot up and then they have small pullbacks and then keep going, keep going, keep going. You know, you need to be quick on them. But this was a perfect one. Look at this, from $3 to almost 7 in, what is it? Less than an hour. Wow, that's too bad I was on the paper trading this time. Next pattern. First candle to make a new high. Um, this is a pattern that I began tracking, but I'm not really following it anymore, to be honest. So let's just skip through this one. Nah, I didn't really like it anymore. So breakouts. Pre-market breakout, intraday breakout, multi-day breakout, and the high of day break. I can't believe I didn't add the high of day break. I forgot. I must have the wrong slide up here. Let me see. Let me see if I do have the wrong one. Oh no, I just forgot to save it. Ah, oh well, let's just keep that up. Um, Talk about breakouts for a bit. It needs to have a good catalyst, low float, and lots of value. A clean breakout with a pullback that holds support at or above the breakout price. So here's an example. You can see the breakout level right here is at 3 on day 1. Breaks through it, comes back down, breaks through it for sure, and keeps ripping up. And then the next day, you see this red to green move right here. Dips down to previous breakout. So again, I mean, some people like to swing them overnight, but lately, most of them have been dipping down and then running on second day. So that's why I'm a little hesitant on swinging these breakouts because they haven't been gapping lately. Maybe like 1 out of 3 gap up, but even if they gap up, they still end up dipping down to support. So you can still have the same entry, um, buying the second day in the dip. Or I mean, if you just buy at the breakout on day one and just hold, then you get a little advantage. But let's see what's next. Yeah, again, see, buy the break, sell into the push. This one looks nice. This one gapped up. This one did gap up. But let's see if I have day break right here. I don't. Let me just show you guys some picture, or let me show you guys my data so you guys can see what the high day break is. So the high day break is a pattern that I found that works, um, usually works within the first hour. So time of breakout, 6:46 a.m., 7:15 a.m., 6:37 a.m. This one was after the hour, 6:54 a.m., 6:39 a.m., 6:45, 7:16 a.m., 7:16 a.m., 7:08, 7:08, 12:20. This was late in the day. But yeah, I mean, look, I even tracked the profit from the breakout, $2.70. Let's look at this one. I missed this one. I can't believe I missed it. I'm going to talk about this one when I do my trading recap because I actually missed this one. It's pretty funny that I actually missed this one because I saw another one on my scanner that was breaking out, and I just randomly clicked on the other one. Not randomly, but like spontaneously just clicked on it and bought just because I saw that it was breaking out. Not keeping in mind that maybe that was the top, you know? But I was so frustrated because after I took my loss on the other one, I saw this one that tracking. I was tracking this one before the break, before the yellow circle. I don't know if yeah, you guys can see that. Before the yellow circle, that's where I would have bought. The yellow line is where I would have had my risk. So the high day break, you let it do its thing, let it have its high, and then pull back, consolidate, and wait for it to break the higher day. Hence the name higher day break. Right there, I could have made I would have bought 250 shares. Could have made about 170, 180 if I would have caught the top, which I doubt. But yeah, that's the higher day break. That's the pattern that I'm leaning towards the most during this challenge. So let's see what's next. What can you guys expect after this? So I will be trading with a live account, which I started in November. Um, Now my goal is to bring out weekly recaps after I catch up with all my recaps that I have since November. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just try to record as much as I can. Keep the videos recaps as weekly as well, but record all my trades from the past weeks, from November till now, which is January 13. And once I catch up, then I'll be bringing out weekly recaps, maybe Saturday or Sunday. And I'm gonna keep studying, studying. You should too. So that's the best I can that's the best advice I can give you if you plan on starting now. It's study as much as you can. Don't worry about trading right now. Just study. Take in as much as you can. If you can, just sit through the market so you can familiarize yourself with how they move. Um, maybe it will start clicking for you, a little quicker than it did for me. But yeah, just continue to study. I mean, me, I study every day. Yeah, I work 9 to 5, but I'm a truck driver, so instead of listening to music most of the time, I'm listening to podcasts. Steady Trade podcast. Look that up, Steady Trade podcast. Or I'm listening to video lessons on YouTube, from Tim Sykes or Tim Bowen or Ross from Warrior Trading, whatever it is. But I'm listening to podcasts and listening to video lessons, and um, during my free time, I also read. Right now, I'm reading this book. It's called Trend Following. I recommend it. It's a really good book. But But yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Oh, feel free to follow my Instagram and my Twitter account. I sometimes post on my trades or what I'm watching. Twitter, I usually post what I'm watching or just random thoughts. But Instagram, yeah, I'm starting to post winners and losers on Instagram. I just realized that I blocked the minority trades logo throughout the whole video. Oh well. Alright, you guys. Well, that's it for me. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit the like and subscribe real quick. You want to say something? That was my son. Okay, so yeah, hit the like and subscribe if you like this video, and stay tuned for my next video, which is gonna be a trading recap of the first week of my small account. And yeah, I hope you guys have fun throughout this road to glory. I know I am, and I've been learning a lot. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.